Okay, so I wanted to do a review of this product today. It is the Dual-Tech digital media receiver with 7-inch touchscreen. It is the XDCPA9BT. Comes with a wireless wheel remote, steering wheel remote. Has Bluetooth, Android Auto, works with Apple CarPlay. You can also add on backup camera. I haven't really seen too many reviews on this, so I wanted to do one. Now, the first thoughts of this is that it's a very cheap product. It costs about $200. You get basic features: Android Auto, radio, USB, Apple CarPlay, iPod. Now, it has minimal settings. You have your EQ, your fader, surround settings. They more or less just make it sound bad. You have subwoofer settings. I haven't set up a subwoofer on it, so I don't know exactly how they react. Now, one thing that I've noticed is typically in a bright day, the product is just not quite bright enough. I get glares and reflections, as you can see, that it's kind of a little bit challenging to see it. And at nighttime, whenever it's dark outside, if I turn on the lights, it will dim down. But the problem with it is it's still just a little bit too bright. So it's very annoying driving around at night with this product because it's just not quite dim enough for what I would like or what I'm used to with standard radios. One of the main issues that I've noticed is I've been hooking up radios for years, ever since I was a teenager. I'm in my 30s now. And this product seems to have issues every now and then where it just loses all its memory. It loses time, my display settings. It loses my equalizer settings. As you can tell, it's flat right now. It'll lose even the settings on this. So that's a big problem. It'll lose my radio stations. It'll lose everything. So number one, I think the downsides of this product is that, one, you're losing your settings every once in a while. It's something, a malfunction. I have everything wired up correctly. There's no loose wires, I've checked. But for some reason, this product, every once in a while, it just loses all memory. Here is, as you can see, the remote. Now, the remote, it's very handy. But the problem is whenever you have it on your steering wheel, it's extremely annoying. Every time you're turning your wheel, you're hitting it. So I couldn't deal with it. I wanted a better spot, so I put it right there. So it's pretty handy. I could be driving around, just reach right over, switch stuff. Now, you do have to make sure that it stays in alignment with that sensor. So I just ran the sensor right out, stuck it right there, and it will make a connection. Whenever I shift down into drive, it still makes a connection because it's pointing up a little bit. But I have had the issue once where I was turning up the volume and the volume just kept going up. I hit the volume down and it just kept going down. And essentially, you could probably blow your speakers. I don't know if I've damaged them from that problem, but I know that I did not like my speakers being turned up to max volume. I had to shut off the radio, turn the radio back on, and it was still doing it. It wouldn't turn down. I had to start turning it down right here, turning it up and down there, and eventually it started working again after a day of it just kind of sitting and resetting or whatever. And so that could be an issue that you might have with this product. Another issue that I have is just these little white spaces are lit up. So if it's dark, you can't see the minus, the plus, the power, the mode buttons. You can't see any of those. So that is not a very good product for nighttime. It makes it hard to see. You kind of have to remember. But since I primarily use that because it's buttons and these are touch, I really don't like the touch. I would rather have the feel of an actual button to press. They are responsive. But I don't feel like they're as responsive or as good as pushing a button. Now, you have your radio. You have basic options of, FM1, FM2, AM, all that stuff. This can skip by one, or you can push that and it'll skip to the next station. You have a lock function or a location function or whatever that gives you a little better signal. The Android Auto actually works rather well. It's a very good product. I use it for navigations, going through Pandora music, all sorts of that stuff. I do not have an iPhone. I haven't tested it. I would say that it works just fine. I don't have any problems with the Android Auto. Bluetooth music works just fine. You have this mode button that just goes between your modes. The power button or a mute button. As you can tell, it's muting and not muting. So, would I buy this product again? If you're on an extreme budget and you would like to have a touchscreen, you would really like to have a touchscreen, then this is the way to go because it's only $200. It's extremely cheap, and so it works well enough. It's not very, in my opinion, it's not very nice. I wish it had a little bit more functionality, like the issues that I've had with that, with the lighting, with the touch buttons. I'm not really, I don't really like those very much. Overall, the product is okay. Not the greatest, but I mean, it could be worse. The main functions of it work well. So, I'm going to end the review there and let you decide if you want it or not.